What's up guys, ArchAngel Manga here, and again this is kind of like a unique video, but if you saw my my Gunpla unboxing, which is just like sort of, not the last video I did but the video before that, then you'll know I got this this Gundam here, and as you can see it's already been built. I hope this is kind of a good camera angle. I'll put him back a little bit so you can see his whole profile. But yeah, this is kind of like my final thoughts. I guess I kind of say this like a review of the whole model number. I guess it's kind of a mouthful to say, but it's the XXXG-01H2 Gundam Heavyarms. Obviously from Bandai. This is a Gundam that features in the Endless Waltz OVA, the Gundam Wing Endless Waltz OVA. I've never seen Endless Waltz. I bought this Gundam, this model kit, primarily on the fact that it was readily available in the store where I bought it from. So it looked pretty interesting. I've always wanted to get into Gundam model kits, and I've been looking at prices and things online for ones that I could possibly buy. But seeing as this was there in in its entirety, in the flesh, so to speak, I seized the opportunity and just bought it, straight there and then, without prior knowledge to, what the Gundam actually is, sort of thing, what, like sort of the series and timeline, in terms of Gundam, that it features in. So yeah, it was basically just a blind buy. I thought I bought it on the sole fact that it looked cool, and I would have great fun assembling him. As you can see, I've done the panel lining on his joints, which is actually, I'd arguably say, I've got a lot more practice to do, as I feel it's quite messy. I'm just kind of bringing it a little bit closer so you can see. It does make the Gundam look more authentic, but I've definitely got more practice to do it. I was experimenting with using Indian ink, diluted Indian ink, but then I decided to just get out some fine liner pens, some artist pens, and just do it that way. So yeah, assembling it was relatively easy, but putting on some of the sort of smaller, finer parts, because this is a 1/100th scale, so it's quite small. It's a little bit smaller than what I expected it to be. I expected it to be like maybe like an inch or two bigger. Obviously I'm a total noob when it comes to Gundam model kit and things like that. So unfortunately, I'm not savvy enough to have bought a one of them little rotating sort of disc things that you can buy for like model sort of showing off things. Like guys like Rock God Itachi have those little rotating discs, so I don't have to like do it manually. But yeah. Like I said, I expected it to be a little bit bigger, but I'm quite happy with the size. Overall, I'm very impressed with its presentation. One thing that really struck me was the rate of articulation in the model itself. There are so many joints that move in this thing. It's unbelievable. Obviously, assembling it, I really got a feel for how ironically mobile. I guess you could excuse the pun. This model it actually is. I've got articulation in the ankle, the knees, the top of the legs, but even like small minute things like the fingers have articulation, the head. It's really I was very impressed. The weapons that is built into it, as you can see, I kind of got these open already, but it's got like machine guns like in his shoulders and in his chest. Let me just open them up for you. And it's kind of flimsy. Sometimes when I open up his chest, like the sort of, I don't know what you call these, the chest plates sometimes pop off. So sometimes I have to like kind of pop them back on. But yeah, as long as you're careful with it, because it essentially isn't a toy. It's not something like you play with. It's just for it's just for display purposes. So. I wouldn't really recommend buying this for like a child, below the age of like 10, because there are so many pieces that come with this thing. As you can see, it's got like weapons, attached to its legs as well, which also have like opening sort of flaps. It's got the massive machine guns that, you know, basically you can come off his arms, like he's got with this one on the shoulder here. I'm just turning round. You can take that gun off, obviously. You know, it can basically be wielding both machine guns in both hands. Let me just take this off real quick. Look, see, already something's fallen off. That's one problem I have with this. Every time I pick him up, the jet boosters on the back, they pop off really easily. Anyway, let me just take his machine gun off. Yeah, everything pretty much pops off. There was no glue required in the making of this, as you can see. You know, things just kind of pop in and pop out. I don't know if I think maybe the higher grade kits, you know, the like maybe the master grades or the perfect grades require glue. I don't know. And as well, this required no paint. It came with a few stickers that were probably, arguably, the most difficult thing to put on the model kit itself, as they were really, really small. And because I was just using my fingers, you know, I was you know, gradually rubbing away the adhesive. So the stickers, you know, are already falling off, which is kind of like one of my minor complaints with the model kits. You know, with this model kit, I guess, you know, the stickers aren't very, you know, easy to attach. And I'm probably going to take the stickers off altogether and just paint the areas, like these green striped parts, you know, on his chest plates and shoulder plates. Probably just going to paint them on. You know, just mix up a bit of enamel paint, or maybe just even just a little bit of acrylic or something. You know, I've got paints. Mix up a little bit of lime green and just, you know, paint them areas myself, because, you know, with the stickers on, because they're kind of falling off, you know, it kind of comes across as, you know, amateurish. Even though obviously I am an amateur when it comes to this, but you know, I would at least like it to look like an actual, you know, authentic model. You know, like it's been. Ideally, I would like it to look professional. I know that's probably asking for more, considering, you know, I am an amateur, but you know, I did want it to look a little bit better, and I did try my best. I'm going to put this gun on his hand. But yeah, you know, like I said, I really, really enjoyed making the Gundam. But as I've mentioned to a few of you guys already, I'm probably not going to go for... Hold on, I'm just going to get his gun on his hand. Sorry, 2 seconds. It's quite fiddly. But yeah, as I mentioned to a few of you guys already on the unboxing video itself, next Gundam I go for, like the next model kit, I want to save up for like a master grade or a perfect grade. Something that's going to be a little bit bigger. I really like the look of the 1/60th scales, and I know they're quite expensive, but I would rather save up, you know, like wait till I get some like spare disposable cash, and you know, I don't care how long it takes. You know, I'm not going to be collecting these like on like a weekly basis. You know, you're not going to see these from month to month in like my pickups videos or anything like that. It's just a one-off. But you know, I do like a challenge. I mentioned in, you know, my unboxing video that I used to build a few Airfix model kits when I was younger. And you know, I grew up playing with like Lego and Meccano and Kinects and things like that. So, you know, I'm a very hands-on guy when it comes to like, you know, assembling things. And I do really enjoy a challenge. So I'm confident that I will be able to handle a you know, a perfect grade, or, you know, like a master grade or something like that. I believe the perfect grades are basically just larger versions of master grades. I don't think that, you know, much too different in terms of difficulty and like, you know, number of parts. But either way, you know, I'll be getting either one of them, depending on the size. Cause, you know, I'm just more concerned about getting something that's bigger. So yeah, that's basically it. You know, I'm really happy with how it turned out. You know, I'm really impressed with these model kits. You know, Bandai do a fantastic job. You know, in I don't know, how could you say, manufacturing them. You know, obviously the created by geniuses. You know, I've always loved the designs of Gundam mechs. You know, I'm not like a massive, you know, mech sort of, you know, fanboy, but ever since reading Mobile Suit Gundam: The Origin and Neon Genesis Evangelion, that's really gotten me enthusiastic about, you know, getting more into the mech genre. And Gundam, you know, I think it's a really good place to start, even though it can be quite a confusing franchise. I think, you know, if you're sort of equipped with the right information and, you know, the right place to start, then, you know, it can be a really worthwhile series to invest in. And what better way to support that than buying Gunpla model kits, you know, because the anime box sets themselves are really very difficult to come by, since obviously Bandai quit distributing manga and anime just even in North America. So, you know, the box sets that are available, like the Anime Legends ones and things like that, you know, are very difficult to come by. But yeah, I guess that's just me just kind of rambling on. Kind of like 10.5 minutes into this, so I'm going to want to wrap this up. So yeah, you guys tell me, you know, I'm aware that a few of you have got Gundam model kits already. Like I know Countmaker, he's got a few Gundam model kits like Zaku's, and I think he's got like a few spaceships and things like that. But I'd be interested to hear, you know, your opinions, your thoughts, you know, any recommendations for, you know, model kits that you think I may enjoy. You know, whether it's in Gundam or not. I don't know if sort of model kits are, you know, that frequent outside of the Gundam franchise. But yeah, you know, like I said, very happy with the results. You know, I'm really happy to have this guy, you know, kind of standing guard, making sure no intruders come into my room. You know, he's always on standby to blast a few people in the face with his double machine gun things. So yeah, that is my review, sort of thoughts on the Mobile Suit XXXG-01H2 Heavyarms Gunpla model kit. So yeah, until then, ArchAngel Manga signing out.